All right, so this lesson is 2.7, and what our goal is to graph slope-intercept equations. So this is probably familiar to you guys. You guys have done it before, but it also kind of plays off of what we did here, where we created these equations. So now we're going to work on graphing those. So there's going to be two things we need to identify first, and then we can graph it. So first, we're going to graph the y-intercept, which is b. It's this number in the y equals mx plus b equation. And then we have to identify the slope, which is m in the y equals mx plus b equation. So in this first equation, I'll do the first one, then you guys tell me the answers to the second one, okay? So in this first equation here, the y-intercept is -3. It's just this plain number right here. And then the slope is 2/3, the number in front of x, okay? When we graph this, we're going to go in the same order. So the first thing we're going to do is graph -3. So down 1, 2, 3. It's going to be on the middle line, up or down. It's going to be on the middle vertical line, up or down. This one is -3, so we went down 3. Then from here, we're going to use the slope. So if you stand here, you're going to rise and run. So slope is rise over run. So we're going to rise 2. We're going to rise 2 and then run 3. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be our next box. So again, we could rise 2, 1, 2, and then run 3. 1, 2, 3. Rise 2, run 3. Shoot, we're off the graph. So if you want to, you could also go down 2 and back 3. Down 2, back 3. We really should not include these. Oopsie. These lines should, oh God. These lines should not be here. It should just be the dots. And then we connect them with a line. You need to put that line there, okay? So first step for this next one, can you tell me what is the y-intercept for this one? What is the y-intercept?
5.
Yep. So we're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what is the slope?
-1/3.
You got it. -1/3. So from this dot, we're going to go rise, which is up and down. And run is forward or backward. We're going to rise -1, which means go down 1. Then we're going to run 3. Again, rise -1, run 3. You'll notice we go this way. We could also go up 1 and backwards 3. So my line isn't great. Up 1, backwards 3. Up 1, backwards 3. Again, we don't really want these here. So if you guys just count, that works well. But then we do need to go like this. So with the slope, if it's negative, like this, it's going to go down, which means if there was like a little person standing on the left side and they hit this line, they would go downhill, which makes sense because this is negative. Up here, it's positive. So if the little person was here, they would need to go uphill, which makes sense. Okay, do you guys want to take a picture of that? Okay, so we'll do a couple more. These ones are a little goofy because they look different. This one, what is the y-intercept? Oopsie.
4.
Good. And I'm going to actually include that negative. So I'm going to go -4. So we're going to go from the middle. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then what is the slope?
3 times.
Good. So it's 3. And then this is x. So it just means 3 times whatever x. Now, this one is tricky because we always go rise over run. Rise is up and down, and run is forward and back. The problem is, do you guys see we don't have a run? We don't have a bottom. If we do 3 divided by 1, what is 3 divided by 1? What is 3 divided by 1? Okay. 3 divided by 1 is 3. So we still have 3. We haven't changed the value at all. So what we can do is add, if there's only a whole number, you can always put a 1 on the bottom, always. And then what you do is from the pink dot, you rise 1, 2, 3, and you run 1. Rise 1, 2, 3, run 1. 1, 2, 3, run 1. 1, 2, 3, run 1. Or down 1, 2, 3, backwards 1. Okay, now this one is also a little bit different. What's weird about this one? Why does this one look different?
$2x.
It just has a 2x, which means it's missing the y-intercept. So if there's nothing here, it's like 0, which means that is where it's crossing. Did everybody catch that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then again, we only have a whole number, so we can put a 1 underneath. So our slope is -2/1. So from this dot, we're going to rise -2, 1, 2, and then run 1. Down 2, forward 1. Down 2, forward 1. The more you do, the better your line will look. Up 2, backwards 1, up 2, backwards 1. So when we connect this, if we draw a little person on this side of the picture, on the side of the graph, it's always on the left. You know, like you read left to right. If they hit this line, they're going to fall down. Do you guys agree? The slope is negative, so they should go down. Up here, if we draw a little person and they hit the graph, they're going to go uphill, which makes sense because this is positive. Okay. I'll zoom out here so you guys can take a picture. And that's all that we have for 2.7. That's the lesson. So the homework is pretty similar. So there's a front side and a back side. These are the ones that I would like you guys to do. Okay, so for 2.7, I'm going to just circle the ones that I want you to do. Actually, you know what? Oopsie. Just do the front page. Okay, so just do the front. Don't do the back. So just the front page for 2.7. I'm going to stop recording so that everybody that watched this will be reminded what the assignment is, just the front.